Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Fallout New Vegas. In this episode, I managed to find a way for you to open this door. The method was, to recap, I had to talk to the robot there to go on the tour.
How may I serve you, master?
Go on this little tour, and after waiting for a bit for him to explain things, he'll open this door that you'd otherwise have to lockpick. Okay, you'd be able to come in here, come through the door, or up here, and you'd find a specific person's key card right on the desk. Yeah, I wonder if I can find it. Oh. Well, I don't care if it's in the inventory really. The point is you find the key card there, and it's what you find to open the door over here. That you'd otherwise have to lockpick or hack if you wanted to open it. Still, we're able to move on. For God's sake, I'm getting tired of being no because of skill checks. Like that.
Unauthorized facial pattern detected. Valid security badge detected. Temporary access granted. Please complete employee registration with security. Of course. Don't let me keep you.
Like that. Yeah, very hard requires a lot. Something registered is very hard requires a skill of 100 in order to complete it. Alright. Okay, give me a second. There's the allowance reflexes, which means I could try a few more times again. just wrap this up, and I'll try my guessing words again. For God's sake, what's the word? Okay, so it's one letter off soul. Gold. How that works is that when you guess a word but it's wrong, it tells you how many the words are. It tells you how many of the words are correct, like including. It tells you how many correct letters there are, or out of how many total characters. Like when I clicked on soul, then it said 3 out of 4. That tells you two things. One, the correct password you're looking for is 4 letters long, and two, it tells you that out of the 4 letters in the word sold, 3 out of 4 of them are in the correct position. So you'd want to look for a word that's. This place is full of robots. So you want to look for a word that's 1 letter off from the word sold, which in that context is obviously the word gold. Geez, someone died.
Hello, Mrs. Millet. I hope you have an excellent day at work today. How may I serve you, mistress?
Ooh, got something good for me? Is it a dress?
Okay, where's the map?
Hello? Hi, are you there? Oh, right. You can't respond. Listen, I'm using your robot as a relay to get this message to you. I've picked up some unusual chatter regarding your robot. It seems that it has some information that we could use. Oh, wait, where are my manners? This is Lorenzo, a knight with the Brotherhood of Steel. We'd be very interested in examining your tech.
Could you bring your robot to one of our patrols so they can examine it?
What the
I'll
fuck?
have the robot mark the location on your map.
Hi. Sorry to break in. He sounded truly riveting. I don't want to keep you much longer, but I'd like to make a counter-suggestion. I'm with the followers of the Apocalypse. We're much more liberal about the sharing of technology than those Brotherhood people. Bring your robot to us. We'll see that whatever information it may have on it is used for the greater good.
Okay, couple things about that. First of all, I was just caught completely off guard by the voice lines sounding completely different. Like, sounded like someone was talking to directly to my face in person instead of, talking to me like over a speaker. So that caught me off guard. And then the guy, I thought that was a book or something. Second, the guy, it completely changed his accent. I mean, the
How may I serve you, master?
guy sounds like he's speaking. in English through a speaker 1 second, and suddenly sounds like he. Alright, don't want to. It suddenly sounds like he's standing right in front of me, and he's like puts on what sounds like a Spanish sounding accent.
How may I serve you, master?
There it is. There it is.
Third floor access is for executives only. Please identify.
Ice cream.
Thank you, sir. Have a nice day.
My character
Ooh,
literally
got something
just...
good for me? Is it a dress?
For God's sake, Veronica, please. Anyway, my character literally just got lucky enough to correctly guess the password.
You're making me carry the heavy stuff, aren't you?
Correctly guess the password for this floor. From a cocktail. One out of 7. That's supposed to be easy. For God's sake, what's the password? Are you serious? Come on. Okay, so I know that the password is 2 letters off from wasting, and I just got my allowance is replenished. There it is. Warning. Unlock safe. Hello, Piers. Now's the time. Emotion and I am going to be your liaison and point of contact with Robco. I'll be handling transition into the Robco family. My first priority is going to your security. As you well know, Robco handles many classified projects. Because of this, upon increased security, I'll be handing over some engineers. Greatly install some enhanced security procedures. Much of it will be innocuous. All employees will be required to wear the security badges at all times. Please have your field stuck. And after the partnership become official, transition easier. None of the security measures will be activated until I arrive. But then everyone will control the new rules. Here's now crawl up. Or whatever. Ooh. It was practically like 2 pre-war money and 41 cash. Not that impressive. Active. That. Oh. Darn it. Huh? Highlight. Ooh, I'll take it. Wasteland Amulet. Oh, for God's sake. Oh my god, use point.
Hello, Mrs. Millett. I hope you have an excellent day at work today.
Enough of you. Come on. Here. Move. Okay, I think we're done here. There's no reason to stick around. We got what we came for. Just in case you're wondering about it, if you weren't able to get the little security codes or hack computers, then you'd go to like get yourself in the system or whatever, then you'd end up you'd end up having to fight the robot if you weren't able to. If you weren't able to and essentially pass these checks. Alright, here we go.
Unauthorized facial pattern detected. Valid security badge detected. Temporary access granted. Please complete employee registration with security.
Couldn't do it the first time I checked it, can't do it now. I don't know why I'm wasting my time. Alright, time to report back to McNamara. One thing about it.
Your presence here, let's just say it's highly irregular. Outsiders aren't even allowed to know that our bunker's here, let alone come and go freely. You impressed Elder McNamara, obviously. He must believe that you'd be very useful.
So you're head of security?
That's right. Nothing gets in or out of here without me knowing it.
What exactly are the rules regarding entering and leaving?
Under the lockdown, only essential personnel are permitted to enter or leave. That includes supply runners and high security patrols. All other personnel are forbidden to leave, and any personnel that were out there when the lockdown was enacted are forbidden from returning.
I have other questions.
Fine by me.
What would an elder have to do to get kicked out?
So you've been talking to Harden, eh? He's been looking for a way to usurp McNamara ever since the lockdown started. Don't get me wrong, he's a good man. But Elder McNamara has done all right by us. If it weren't for him, none of us would have survived at Helios. I'll tell you what I told Harden. There have been only a few cases of elders being dismissed from their posts in the Brotherhood's history. And those involve crimes that someone like Elder McNamara is just not capable of. You can look it up for yourself if you want. I'll grant you access to that portion of the history section of our data store. See Senior Scribe Ibsen about accessing it.
Tell me about what happened at Helios.
I'm sure someone's told you all this before. Several years back, we were running our chapter out the Helios 1 solar power station. Our elder at the time, Elijah, had some kind of obsession with the place, which is the only reason we stayed as long as we did. That place was hardly defensible, and we knew the NCR was moving in on us, but the elder refused to budge, insisting that he just needed more time. We never found out what he needed time for. Wave upon wave of NCR troopers hit us from all directions. We held out for a time, but we were grossly outnumbered, and they had more men than we had ammo. Eventually, our positions collapsed. Elder Elijah was nowhere to be found, so McNamara took charge and led what remained of us on a counteroffensive west. We lost a lot of men and women, but we broke through and made it here. Make no mistake, McNamara saved this chapter that day.
Who is Elijah?
Who was Elijah, more like? He was our elder before McNamara. Bright guy, but just between you and me, he was a little off. Our mission is to recover and preserve the technology of the past, but Elijah wanted more. He sought ways to improve upon technology, make it better. When we found Helios 1, he was like a kid in a candy store. Kept talking about the potential and a grand design never realized. He even insisted we set up our base there, against the objection of nearly every paladin. What followed is a whole other story.
Alright, time for me to go.
Later.
Looking sharp, Ramos.
Behave yourself this time, Veronica.
And I forgot to bring this up, like, earlier I got distracted by things, like, earlier we have a choice. It's about, we could take Eddie to the Brotherhood of Steel here, or we could take Eddie to the followers of the Apocalypse, which is the group of doctors in Freeside. Who do you think should get the information? I like to hear. What's that? Not.
Still breaking hearts there, I see, Scribe Schuler.
Who do you think should I take Eddie to?
Evening.
So should I bring Eddie to the Brother Steel here, or specifically Knight Ramos, or whoever he introduced himself as, or should I take him to the Followers of the Apocalypse?
Hey.
I like to at least hear what people think about that, as opposed, if not, ask like what people want me to do.
If we could just combine the best qualities of laser and plasma weaponry.
Even though the patrols no longer go out, we've got a backlog of devices that require investigation.
Look, this isn't a great time. Oh, what the hell. It's not like we're making any progress. I'm Ibsen, and I hope your day is going better than mine is.
Is something wrong?
Yeah, I'm in charge of keeping this data system up and running, but accessing it is a little, touch and go at the moment.
Why is that?
One of our exploratory patrols, back when we had exploratory patrols, found a data disk in some ruins out in the waste. Well, we finally got around to cataloging the damn thing and got shut out of our own data store the second it loaded. Turns out it had a virus on it.
A virus?
Yeah, some pre-war jackass with too much time on his hands apparently decided to inflict his misery on those around him. It's scrambling all the terminals here at the moment. Luckily, we only use this section for storing historical data.
Is there anything I could do to help?
I suppose it couldn't hurt to get another pair of eyes on this. Maybe you'll be able to come up with something coming at it fresh. While the entire system is infected, the virus itself is spread across 3 terminals. The problem is that it keeps moving periodically. We'll have it nailed down in a terminal or 2, only to have it jump to another set of terminals before we locate the 3rd.
70. What do I need to do?
You'll need to locate it on 3 different terminals in this area in 1 minute. Any longer and it'll jump, and you'll have to start all over. Locating the virus would probably be nearly impossible, but the pompous little bastard that wrote it made things a little easier for us. Normally, terminals infected by the virus just display gibberish, but we found that terminals the virus moved to had some real data passed to them. We were able to decrypt the data and discovered that it was just messages from the virus's writer taunting his victims. When you find terminals with those messages, lock them down and move on. Find 3 of them before the virus jumps, and we'll wipe the damn thing.
Let's give it a try then.
Best of luck to you. I'll tell the others to take a break so they don't get in your way. Oh, and I'll keep track of when it jumps for you. To maximize your chances, wait for my signal before you begin.
Don't work too hard there, Ibsen.
Yes, yes.
Hello, outsider.
The virus just jumped. Find which terminals it went to.
One out 3. Two.
10 seconds.
evening. Damn, it's jump. I thought we might have had it that time. Did you want to try isolating the virus?
Let's try again.
All right. I'll monitor when it jumps. When I give the signal, start checking terminals.
Hello.
The virus just jumped. Find which terminals it went to. That's it. We got it. The virus has been purged.
Got it.
You actually did it. If you don't mind my saying so, I didn't think you had a chance in hell of pulling it off. But I'm glad to be wrong for once. Thank you, my friend. Please feel free to access the data store at your leisure. I'm only allowed to give you access to non-classified topics, but it's better than nothing, right?
Now that the data store is fixed, what do you think? What do you think of Hardin trying to get Matt McNamara dismissed?
I can understand how the man might be frustrated by the current situation. He's a take-charge sort of fellow. Standing around's not his strong suit. I myself often wish we could end this interminable stasis and begin moving forward again.
What kind of information is stored in your data store here?
Oh, all kinds of things. There was already information regarding the layout and systems of this bunker, but we've since added our own data as well. Prior to the lockdown, we had extensively scouted the surrounding area and compiled dossiers on nearby points of interest.
How do I get access to more topics in the data store?
Well, you'd have to get a senior-level member of the chapter to unlock a topic for you. I've given you access to what I can, but that's not much. The majority of topics fall under Ramos's aegis, since they'd constitute a security risk. Good luck getting anything out of him. You might have better luck with another member of the senior staff. Try talking to them about it.
Alright, see you later.
Bye.
Alright, let's see what we can access. Bunker information, Elder dismissal incidents. Search for Elder dismissal and topic result. Incident 1. Let it be recorded that on this day, Raymond Lorne was dismissed from his post as Elder for committing the crime of murder. Brother Lorne was known to a hostile feeling towards the victim, Senior Scribe Ritter. The guilty party insists that Ritter's death was a tragic case of friendly fire. The bunker was under attack at the time, but the tribunal felt they could not let him persist as Elder with such suspicion hanging over him. Head Scribe Buckhead. Incident number 2. Be it known that from this day, Kenneth Jones shall no longer bear the title of Elder. Brother Jones has willfully gone against the chain that binds and has been forced to step down. Head Paladin which succeeds him as Elder. Head Scribe Morgan. And incident number 3. Let the record show that I have stood witness to the dismissal of David James from the post of Elder. Brother James was charged with destroying an unknown device recovered from a recent expedition. The purpose and function of the device remain unknown, and Brother James has thus far proven unwilling to discuss the matter with anyone. Head Scribe Talbot.
Our early test results look promising.
Found the missing patrols, or was something else on your mind?
Yes, here are their holotapes.
They were all dead then. I suppose I'm not surprised. We have few friends in the world above, and many enemies. But we must turn our minds to other matters. When I sent out those patrols, I also sent 3 knights out on scouting missions. When the patrols failed to return, we assumed the worst, and sent a single communication to the scouts to hold position and maintain radio silence. I want you to contact those scouts and gather their reports. Like the patrols, they have devices on them that will enable you to track them. When you find them, tell them you're my representative and ask them if the bears are still hunting. That should get them to talk to you. Return when you've gathered all of their reports.
Alright, now that we've got...
Have you had any luck finding the scouts? Or did you have something to discuss?
I want to ask you a few questions.
I can spare a little time. What did you want to talk about?
Tell me about the lockdown.
It's a protective measure that was enacted after our defeat at Helios. The NCR was hot on our heels, and we wouldn't have survived another encounter. It was decided that we would stay quiet for a time, heal the wounded, and try to come up with a new strategy. However, after we had fully recuperated, our first scouting measures showed that the NCR's presence in this region had only increased in our absence. There are now more than 5 times the number of NCR troops in the area as when we fought them. And we have half the number we did at Helios. And so the lockdown has been extended. To go outside would be the death of us all.
How do you get supplies?
We have some personnel that are allowed to travel on the surface. They trade for what we need and occasionally drop off what they acquire. We make sure that they only enter or leave the bunker while the sandstorm is active, to avoid detection.
Speaking of it, what is with the sandstorm on the surface?
That is this base's defensive system. It serves as camouflage and masks all entry and exit from the bunker. We use it to hide our patrols and supply runners, though we still send such out at night to be extra safe.
Alright, that's all I can ask. Now, see you later.
Bye.
Jeez, it's like I don't know why it's like their voices changed, almost like the game's using the wrong sound clip or so. Map of the Mojave.
Only a few people get to venture outside, usually to trade for food.
Hardin owes his life to McNamara. That's why he won't challenge him outright.
What are my quests? Real quick. Classroom.
Now, who can tell me the primary components of gunpowder? Hello?
Who is he talking to? The class is completely empty.
Our former elder, Elijah, was obsessed with new technology. That's why we were at Helios in the first place. The principles of fusion are relatively simple.
Who are you talking to? Her?
McNamara has done a pretty good job, given the situation he was handed.
Only a few people get to venture outside, usually to trade for food.
Alright, let's find these guys. Huh?
Come on. Spare some ammo?
Oh, what? Okay, how's that? There he is.
Watch out!
What do you want? And don't try anything funny.
I'm Elder McNamara's representative. He said to ask if the bears are still hunting.
You speak truly, for it is unlikely that an outsider would know both the Elder's name and that passphrase. Very well. I've been observing the penal facility there in the distance for some time now, after having followed some rather disturbing rumors. The facility was run by the NCR for a time, but the prisoners overcame their guards and now use the prison as a base from which to conduct raids. What puzzles me is why these men have been allowed to run wild for so long unchecked. Why has the NCR not retaken this place? Give this to the Elder. My observations are all within. Perhaps he will have a better idea of what this situation portends.
Alright, there's report number 1.
Whoa!
What enemies? Seriously? Jeez. I don't know why that happens sometimes. The game just glitches out at enemies. Huh? It just glitches out at times. It's like the enemies just clip right to the ground. They clip right into the ground.
Uh-oh.
Huh? Really? Where's Veronica and Eddie? What? They're going all the way over there. Why are they lagging behind so much? What the heck? Coyote Den. Gonna leave them alone if they left me alone. Right, should be up here. There he is.
Don't take another step if you value your life. For what purpose do you approach me?
Elder McNamara sent me as his representative. He's asking if the bears are still hunting.
Strange that the Elder should send an outsider, but I suppose he has his reasons. My observations have mostly focused on the small town to the south of here. It was cruelly attacked, its inhabitants slain nearly to the last. That such an act could occur so far west is nearly unthinkable. The NCR has forces in all directions, and an outpost scant miles west from here. That they have not responded to this violence shows either an unwillingness or inability to properly defend their borders, which is telling. I've collected such musings in this report. Please take it to the Elder.
All right. I swear, my condition is anything. Okay, where's the last one? Actually, while I'm here, I could quickly sell off my crap. He's not here. He probably went to bed because it's the middle of the night. Okay. Or maybe I can talk to this merchant?
Hey there. Need anything?
Okay, yeah, I guess I'll know.
You're making me carry the heavy stuff, aren't you?
Hey there.
Okay. Alright, let's go find where this last guy is. Ew, I can hear the muck bubbling. The radioactive muck scum.
Trouble.
Oh lord.
Ordinary guys with knives and bullets, and they're taking over Nevada.
Okay, that might help if I got rid of some of the sunset sarsaparillas and such that I'm clearly not going to be using anytime soon. It's going to be a while before I run myself dry. Drier than this desert, am I right? Or dumb gecko. Oh, that was just a windmill. I thought something was flying in the air. Oh, I see him right there. I didn't need to use the map.
Hello. Approach slowly, stranger. If you have no business with me, then go.
Elder the mayor sent me for your report. He asks if the bears are still hunting.
Then I am sworn to report. I've been dividing my time between the camps to the north and south of here. One belongs to the NCR, the other to a band of slavers known as Caesar's Legion. I was sure the NCR would quickly win, but that has not happened. Instead, the two sides have reached a stalemate, and only occasionally send skirmishers against one another. If I didn't know better, I'd say neither side is confident enough to push for a full victory. Which seems strange given the NCR's technological edge. In any event, I've recorded my findings in this report. Please deliver it to the Elder. I'm sure he will find the contents most interesting.
Alright, nothing left to do but to return to Elder McNamara. And there we go, pressing the wrong button when we open up the pit boy. And I just want to discover that area real quick so I can fast travel to it in the future. BOS bunker. BOS stands for Brotherhood Steel. In case it wasn't obvious. But again, if it was obvious, then my comment probably would have insulted your intelligence. For which I apologize. Anyway. Let's just look at this real quick. Bullets, forceps. Jar of cloud residue. Got the electronics and wine. Looks like the guy got his head blown off. Sierra Madre. Dead money. Dead money takes you to an extremely dangerous area of the Mojave Wasteland, a one-way journey until your business at the Sierra Madre is finished. In normal mode, you'll encounter new traps, enemies, and new companions whose lives are tied to yours. In hardcore mode, you'll be fighting the environment as well, a toxic city that erodes health over time. Companions are more vulnerable, and so are you. Dead money is recommended for experienced couriers, level 20 plus. If up to the challenge, continue on. The Sierra Madre, a grand opening awaits, and has been for 200 years. For God's sake, is A's health not recovering? Yeah, this is one of the DLC things, which which I'm going to be doing, which I will do, but it'll be at a later point, because right now, as you can see here, I'm level 11, and like I said, I got some perks that I want to get before I do with the DLC anyway. Which is why I'm kinda insistent on, to be honest, it's kinda why I've been insistent on doing, follow that rock. It's kinda why I've been insisting on doing side quests. I want to level up as fast as possible to get to the DLC stuff, which I want to do before I advance too far into the main plot. I want to save the main plot for last if I can help it. I don't want this game to be me, rushing through the story as fast as possible, and then, doing side quests and DLC stuff for like after I beat the game. I want beating the game to be the last thing I do after all the DLC. Assuming, of course, that things. That's the general plan. And do side quests and explore the world up to around level 20. Start doing the DLCs and then wrap up the story plot. I mean, the main plot of the base game.
Have you had any luck finding the scouts? Or did you have something to discuss?
Yes, I did, and here are their reports.
Good. Let's take a look. If I'm reading this right, it appears that the NCR's grip on this region is nowhere near as firm as I thought. I'll have to review these in detail, but these reports have given me much to think about. Thank you, Outsider. You've become someone I can count on, so I believe I can share something rather confidential with you.
Just tell me what you want me to do.
I would like you to find the components we need to fix this bunker's air filtration system. I cannot overstate the importance of this task. See Senior Knight Lorenzo for the details. He's the one who brought the matter to my attention, and the only other person who is aware of it.
Ooh. If it's so important, you think he'd want more people working on the matter. Why he's only got one person even aware of the situation, let alone working on it.
Keep an eye on Veronica here. She's a sharp one.
Hello, Outsider.
Okay, local map. Jeez, her
The
neon.
bunker takes a little getting used to, doesn't it?
Her neon yellow hair makes her stand out.
Yeah?
Wait, what? Why does your voice sound completely different? What's with all the computers?
It's our virtual reality training hall. We don't really go out all that often anymore, so this is how we stay sharp.
You said any more before? Just go out more?
Yeah, a lot more. Back when we were at the Helios station. Oh, crap. I'm pretty sure I'm not supposed to talk about that, especially with outsiders. So forget you just heard that, okay?
Tell me about yourself.
Well, like just about everyone else here, I grew up in the Brotherhood. My father was a scribe and my mother a paladin.
So who do you take after more, your mother or your father?
I don't know. I'm a little like both of them, I guess. If I had to choose, I really don't know which I'd pick. That's a question I've been asked a lot lately, since it's something I have to decide for myself soon.
What do you mean decide for yourself?
I'm currently an apprentice in the Brotherhood, and recently became eligible for journeyman status. But first I have to decide which order I want to join. The Knights or the Scribes?
Tell me about the Knights.
Knights are in charge of all of our equipment. Power armor, Gatling lasers, you name it. All of it built and maintained by Knights. Knights also get to go out on patrols, scouting assignments, and support the Paladins in offensive operations. Being a Knight would mean getting to see more of the world, fight the Brotherhood's enemies, and possibly someday become a Paladin like my mother.
Okay. So, wait, hold on.
Well,
are your parents around here somewhere?
they both died at Helios 1. The others were always like a family to me before that, but afterward they became my family in truth.
Okay, shouldn't you be in... If you're a prince, shouldn't you be in school or something?
Head Scribe Taggart quickly realized my extraordinary talent when I took the mandatory VR combat testing. Soon after that, he requested that I get transferred to VR specialist training, serving as his assistant. I miss hanging out with the other students all the time, but at least I get to skip all those boring lectures.
Alright, so... Hold on. Let me just to exhaust the final line of dialogue, just to exhaust the final dialogue choice here. Tell me about the Scribes.
The Scribes are responsible for discovering how all the old tech we recover actually works, and sometimes even work on inventing new things. Without them, the Brotherhood could never fulfill its mission. Or at least that's what my dad always used to say.
Of course you would say that, considering he was the Scribe himself. Anyway, see you around.
Bye.
How may I assist you? Yes, what is it?
And you are?
Ah, the outsider. I suppose it's too much to ask that jarhead Ramos to keep outsiders away from my research. I am Head Scribe Taggart, and I am much too busy to deal with the likes of you right now.
Hello.
Okay, rude.
If you're planning to take Veronica with you, be sure to have a good pair of earplugs with you. I'm kidding, Veronica. Put the power fist down. Hello, outsider.
You're the one with that robot. I was hoping you'd bring him my way. Pretty impressive piece of hardware. I can't say that I've seen anything quite like him before.
The Elder wants me to retrieve components to help fix the air filtration system.
So now I'm going to have your death on my conscience too? Great.
What?
You think you're the first person the Elders trusted with this? He sent 3 of our patrols out looking for those components, and they're all dead. I was the one who supplied the Elder with the location of possible sites where we could find the components, so their deaths are my fault. And now it's your turn. Well, don't say you weren't warned. I won't take the blame when you die horribly, but I can tell you're getting impatient. The items I'll need to keep the system running are a differential pressure controller, a reverse pulse cleaner, and several HEPA cartridge filters. At present, my best guess for finding the items would be to search any of the old vaults in the area. Those vaults were usually built much like these military bunkers, even using the same contractors in their constructions at times. I'll mark the vault's locations on your map. Best of luck to you.
Okay, so we got that. God sake, this is going on a lot longer than I expected.
How may I assist you?
Like, just, at what point does it just end? At what point do I get a quote-unquote checkpoint in the mission and get experience points? At this point, this quest is dragging on so much, I'm almost expecting to level up twice. Or maybe that's just me being impatient and or greedy. Move the thing so it doesn't confuse me. Vault 3, Vault 22. This close and we missed it? Come on. For God's sake, how am I supposed to get to this? Wait, what? Well, there's something. Looking to the ground. Oh, here it is. Vault 11.
Uh-oh. Ooh, got something good for me? Is it a dress? You can't help but notice that the Brotherhood barely exists to these people out here. We're like an urban myth, no real presence on the outside. We just don't adapt like we should. Used to be that all you needed to get your way was a suit of power armor and a laser rifle. Now, people are armed and organized. They're not afraid. But we still stick to our old approach because it's all we know.
Power armor and laser rifles are still effective. Power armor and lasers can still be effective.
Yeah, but only if you've got bodies to fill the suits. We don't take on new members. We're all descendants from the original Brotherhood. Something's gonna have to change, or the empty suits are gonna be all that's left of us. It's a free wasteland. Let.
Rumors about hailing a baseless vote stone for overseer. security recording vault entrance. Okay, a recording. Let's listen to it.
Are we really gonna do this? It's open. We could just leave.
I couldn't. Not after that.
We don't deserve to leave. A shining example. That's what it called us. But we were. We did what we were supposed to. Not by a long shot. Anybody would have done what we did.
You ask me? That's exactly the problem. Now let's go.
I'll go first. Wait. People should know what happened. They could learn from it. If there's anyone out there at all, I hope they never have to find out. Ready, Harry? Yeah. No, wait!
Oh God. There's 3 bodies here. 1, 2, 3.
Come on! Trouble.
Haley is a known adulterer and communist sympathizer. Elect Haley for overseer. I hate Kate. I hate Nate. Vault 11 Election Guide. Dear fellow Vault Dweller, congratulations. Your dedication to the democratic process is the bedrock upon which continued stability Vault 11 is based. Now, to help you make your decision for this year's election, the coalition of Vault 11 voting blocks has put together this handy dweller's official guide to obtain overseers democratically or do good. That contains a summary of the leading candidates for overseer as well as their statements, key positions, and most importantly, endorsements. Sincerely, Roy Gottlieb, Chairman, Coalition of Vault 11 Voting Blocks, President Justin Block, Candidate Henry Glover, Endorsements Utilitarian Block, Divine Will Block, Allied Service Workers Block. I'm a devoted husband and father of 6 beautiful children. My oldest, Sam, was on the honor roll this quarter, and I couldn't be prouder of him. him. My youngest, Henry Jr., has just said his first word, and it was Dada. We've got this bond already, and he's still just a baby. Friends, when you go to the polls selection, I want you to think of your own children. Then I want you to think of Sam and Henry Jr. Picture their faces. Nate Stone should be overseer, not me. Hold on a second. Candidate Donna Haley. Endorsements, Human Dignity Block, United Vault Technicians Block. I'm aware of the rumors circulating about me. I want everyone to know that they are vicious lies being spread by the other candidates in desperate smear campaign. I had never in my life done anything so depraved, let alone for such things. But even if I had, that still wouldn't mean you should vote for me. Even the fact that I am grossly unqualified for the position, and that both of my opponents are far more deserving. I know nothing about governance. You would be hard-pressed to find a worse candidate than me. I can promise you my administration will be a disaster. Candidate Nathan Stone, endorsements Justice Block. This is ridiculous. I shouldn't even be a candidate, and I wouldn't be if it weren't for all the dirty backroom politics going on around here. It's sickening. You should all be ashamed. That's kind of weird how all the candidates seem almost desperate to avoid becoming desperate to avoid votes. Fellow citizens, due to the tragic events of the past few days, the coalition unanimously decided to postpone the election for overseer pending further investigation into the murders. Your security team wishes you to know that they are working tirelessly day and night to find the perpetrator and are already leading up on a number of promising leads. God willing, if the killer is apprehended swiftly, we may have found a promising candidate for overseer. Sincerely, Terry Hart, President, Human Dignity Block. Overseer Order 745. Effective immediately, the traditional selection process for overseer is hereby ended. In lieu of a yearly election, a citizen will be chosen 1 month prior to the start of his or her term with our mainframe's random number generator, ensuring complete impartiality and fairness. Catherine Stone, Overseer. Don't vote Glover, his family needs him. Play for the winning team. Local map, that's what. Wait. 4 corpses of defendant enters vault and stranger recording point to sinister events. Determine what happened to the citizens of Vault 11. Yeah, it looks like more of the same. Whoa, whoa, whoa!
the Brotherhood.
Jeez, Veronica. Give me a chance to do something myself. Or maybe just keep. Or maybe just keep. Or maybe just keep going.
That's enough of that.
I could conserve the ammo.
Should have brought something to read. Aw, just when the standing around was getting exciting.
Alright, second verse, same as the first earlier. Come on, looking for the one that gives allowances. Yeah, that's one problem with, like, if you run out tries, you're permanently locked out of the computer. I mean, you can try to. I mean, there's an entire perk that you can take to. Well, that lets you try a second time, but it's like, I mean, you can just infinitely quit, back out, and enter it again. It's the perk's kind of redundant at best. Are you kidding me?
Come on!
For God's sake, you can restore my chances at the very least. I check every single thing and it doesn't fill my chances. Meaning if I get it wrong, I have to reload the save file. Come on. Ah, there. Alright, security recording. Okay, got it. Looks like...
She can't do this. It's done. We're done. Nothing's done. She's got the authority. The only thing she can't do is change her own fate. Nothing says she can't change the selection process for future overseers. I say she can't. You shouldn't have toyed with her like that, Roy. We still have the majority. We don't vote for anything anymore. I'm not talking about voting. What then? You want to have a sit-in? A hunger strike? Not exactly. Maybe march into her office with torches and pitchforks? Yes. Come on. I mean it. What? Start a revolution? Laws don't outlast their governments. Roy, all we have to do is wait until someone from Justice Block gets picked for overseer. Then we have them change the law back. There won't be any blocks after the new overseer is picked. Everyone's going to move on. By the time we've reformed, who knows if we'll still be in the majority? We can hold the block together. You don't know that. Besides, what if the computer picks you? What if it picks me? And your solution is to start shooting? Not if we don't have to. Look, we arm up. We go to the lower floors, take some strategic targets. Power, food, water. Just until she turns authority over to us. The other blocks won't support it. They're tired of us having the power. We have the majority. We don't need them. This isn't a vote, Roy. They'll fight back. They've never had the nerve. Hell of a way to test it.
So, from the looks of it, it looks like this vault controlled everything and made all their decisions through voting. And it looks like this Justice Block held majority control over the entire vault. Well, because they had because they're the ones who had majority power. No majority of people. Assuming that their voting works on a one person, one voting rule, or nothing else. So then that means that the Justice Block would be able to control the entire vault by way of just okay, where's the map? Oh, control the vault by majority vote. Well, and the other area is the other areas of the vault. We're getting really sick of them controlling everything. So. When apparently the at the time overseer or changed the policy so that people are chosen for overseer or exclusively by the random number generator instead of voting, which made everyone. Because for some reason, nobody wants to be the overseer. the overseer here. Overseer's office. Oh. Take that. Apparently, the overseer's terminal requires a key. Utility. Oh! Damn, I was expecting that, and that still scared the crap out of me. And it almost killed me real badly. Oh, God. I think I'm going to end this episode here. So, please tell me down in the comments below, what do you think of the Brotherhood of Steel so far? And what are your thoughts on like the little backstory of this vault as we uncover its mysteries? She's gonna help. Anyway, we will explore the rest of this vault as we continue our quest for the... I don't know why Eddie's not fighting the rat. Anyway, tell me what you think of the vault and the Brotherhood Steel down below in the comments. Next time, we will, like I said, we will be continuing to explore. The short term is exploring the vault, so we can accomplish the long term goal of helping the Brotherhood. Because I really want that sweet EXP to level up. Because I got plans that require levels. So we got something to look forward next time. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, I will see you guys around.